Hello, everybody, and welcome to press conference for Canada. We're here with Coach John Herdman. A reminder, please, that if you have a question, please raise your virtual hand from your side, and we will get to you one by one. We do have live interpretation as we go. If you'd like to ask in Spanish, just please let us know prior to asking so we could change the interpretation setting from our side. First question for Sergio Venegas. Sergio, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Hi, Coach. How are you today?
I'm good.
That's good to hear. First of all, congratulations to get to this part of the competition. This is Sergio Venegas live from Mexico City for Deportes.com. So what do you expect for the game of tomorrow? Because as far as you know, Costa Rica is a tough competitor or tough team to defeat it and get through the next round. So what do you expect for the game of tomorrow? And I wish you good luck.
Thank you. I think the expectation is a quarterfinal. It'll be a game where both teams have nothing to lose. They can put it all on the line. And with Costa Rica, I think they're an experienced team. They've got a core of players that know how to fight together. Have been to some big competitions, big tournaments, seen a lot in football. And we've got we've got a bit of a balance in there of young players that this is their first experience, and guys that are desperate to take this team to the next level. So, as I say, we can put everything on the line, both teams, and I just expect a really good matchup tomorrow.
Next question for Derek Van Dice. Derek, go ahead.
Hey, John, how you doing?
Hey, Derek.
I just want to ask you about, you've had over a week to prepare for this game. In a tournament, you want to get into a bit of a rhythm. Does having this time off how do you deal with the time off? Is it a good thing, or would you have rather kind of maintain that rhythm you guys were in playing every third or fourth day?
I think after the group stage, you need that mental, emotional detachment for the players, the staff. There's no time off. The Costa Rica game was late the other night, and then you've got to turn around the scouting within a couple of days. They've been growing through the tournament, so every game we've seen something different. But I think for the players, they've enjoyed having a little bit of detachment from that cadence, and they've been able to just reconnect. Two, 3 training sessions, that's all you're getting in that week with the recovery time. But they've had a chance to reconnect and sort of build on the gaps that they've seen in the last 3 games and hopefully grow together in some of the tactical elements. I mean, they had some time yesterday. They took some time out together. A couple of them went to a gun range, and yeah, they've had some interesting experiences, and I think the spirit's good. They look fresh. There was an intensity in the training today that I really enjoyed. So I think they're ready. They're ready to play a quarterfinal. As I say, the last time we got to this stage, we'd had trainings cancelled for Lightning, and yeah, it felt cluttered, and I think this time we've been able to manage those days. So no excuses. We've just got to get out and put it all out there.
Michael McCall, go ahead.
Hey there, John.
Hey, Michael.
This tournament, it feels one of the most wide open Gold Cups that there's been for the last few of them. What have you made of what you've seen from it so far?
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I just keep thinking people underestimate the strength of Concacaf, the teams in Concacaf. I think this Gold Cup has just shown, maybe with 3 years of Nations League, a lot of teams have been able to recruit a lot more players that they've had, on the verge of their country. So I think you're starting to see just a stronger Concacaf. And then you add teams like Qatar in. Yeah, it is wide open in that respect. I think you've seen the Mexicans struggle through the group stage. You've seen other teams, teams that would normally post maybe a 3-4-0 scoreline, that they're just not posting that anymore. So it could be that some of the key players are missing, or COVID's impacted teams, or it's just been one of those long seasons where, guys physically and mentally and emotionally are struggling. So there's a lot to contend with in this tournament, Michael. This has been an interesting one. Again, this last year has been unprecedented, and I think for the players, I think everyone knows that anyone could beat anyone on any given day, given what we've seen with the results. So, for Canada, Costa Rica would be a top team in CONCACAF. And for us, we've got our sights solely set on them. We're not looking at any other team because, like you say, you don't know who that team's going to be coming in. I think everyone had predicted Jamaica to beat Costa Rica in the last game, and they turned out fighting and got the result. And now we face them. And it's the game that we wanted, and it's the game we needed, because we haven't played a Central American team for a long time, and we need these experiences.
John Molinaro, go ahead, please.
Thank you. Hi, John. Good to see you. Thanks always for taking the time to speak to us. How big of a blow? I mean, obviously, it was really unfortunate news about both Io and Kyle. I mean, how big of a blow are the loss of those two players, and what role do you expect, Tesho, if any, to play tomorrow?
Yeah, they're a big blow. I think emotionally, the next couple of days, it was just after the injuries. For me, it's an ACL injury, and that has much deeper connotations than, just tournaments and games. Like I really did feel for Io Akinola. I mean, it's a tough journey to go on for a player, and he's going to need a lot of support. So, yeah, there was an emotional toll that took. You never want that on your watch. I've had it once on the women's side. But I think Tesho, when you think about him, he was so unlucky not to be selected in this team. And, we've had conversations all through the year with Tesh. He came in, he helped us in the June qualifiers. He actually came in for like 3 days to help prepare the team going into those qualification games. And he's just an absolute diamond of a guy, like one of the top guys in the business in terms of his humanistic qualities and just his attitude generally. So I think there's a reality with his role. Like, he's in good form for Orlando. He's he was absolutely committed to coming in, and I know the club need Tesho at the club, but it shows what this country means to him and playing for his country. So, as I said to him last night, I think he's got a big part to play to help us get to this final.
Neil Davidson, go ahead.
Thank you. Hi, John.
Hey, Neil.
You gave Tyler Pasha his first cap. He really seems to be a study in perseverance. He fought a long time to get back in MLS, to get back with the Canadian team. What are you seeing in Tyler?
He's just loving every minute, Neil. Like, you can see he's a humble guy that's fought for everything. And when you get to these moments, he's taking it all in. He's a very studious guy. He's a serious guy as well, in terms of he's at that stage in his career where he's going to soak up every bit of detail to make sure that he takes his chance. When he came on in the US game, he trained well. He put himself in a position to get that opportunity. There's no doubt. And afterwards, he was a little bit disappointed with his performance. We had that conversation. He felt he was a little bit too safe, which is understandable. His first game for a while, and for guys that have had to fight that hard to get somewhere, sometimes it's that fear of risking it all on that one roll of a dice by, throwing it all out there. So, for him, this tournament, his next opportunity, I'm expecting to see, more from him, and he'll need to show more to keep pushing to be part of, what is a very talented group. But certainly his club form has put him in a position where, he's built trust in the coaching staff to be a guy that we think we can rely on in this tournament in the right moment.
Francisco Villalobos, go ahead.
Hey, John, since we're on the first name basis here, Francisco from Teletica, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Francisco.
John, listen, regardless whether it's capacity or not, the AT&T Stadium is one of the most impressive stadiums in the whole hemisphere. I wonder, how do you prepare a young team like yours to play at a stage like this at this stadium in such an important match? And also, after not being able to surpass the United States, how do you prepare to beat the Costa Rican national team in order to get to the semifinals?
Yeah, I mean, I think that stadium it's remarkable. I mean, we won't get a chance to train in it prior. So you go in and, you know, the last time we were in one of those indoor stadiums, it filled up with 60,000 Mexicans by halftime who became an away crowd supporting Haiti. It was a phenomenal experience. You start the game with 5,000 and it's quiet. You can hear your own voice and then the place is shaking. You know, I don't know how many Costa Rican fans will be in there and, you know, whether the US fans will be supporting Canada or Costa Rica. But either way, you know, the players themselves, it's a cup final for us. It's very clear in our minds that we've got to enjoy this opportunity, enjoy the moment. We've earned the right to be in this match. And like I say, there's going to be moments where you'll doubt yourself because the stage is big. We're ordinary people doing extraordinary things, and I think these men are aware that they are vulnerable. But at the same time, they've shown some resilience in this tournament. So we know Costa Rica have got a level in them that they can turn on, you know, given the experiences and the quality of their players. But you know, for us, it's another part of the journey. And if we're going to get to the next round, we have to beat Costa Rica and we've got to find a way. So regardless of the stadium, the crowd, we've just got to go out there and play like it's our last game on the planet.
Okay, thank you. With that, we'll conclude what's the first half of this press conference. We will begin momentarily with Max Crépeau. Coach, thank you very much and best of luck tomorrow. Okay, we'll continue the press conference with Maxime Crépeau. Same thing here. If you have any questions, please raise your virtual hand and we will get to you. A reminder that we do have interpretation live. If you'd like to ask in Spanish, just please advise before your question so we could fix the interpretation from our end. Okay, we'll begin with Michael McCall. Michael, please go ahead.
Hey there, Max. How are you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good. Missing you, obviously, in a Whitecaps jersey, but hopefully we don't want you returning too soon to the team. We want you all the way to the final. I asked John this as well. This feels like a wide open tournament. It's like recent years, there's maybe a couple of teams, America, Mexico, that you might think's always going to get to the final. But this seems anyone's for the taking this year. Is that how it's feeling in the camp? And what have you made of the games so far in the tournament?
Yeah, honestly, every team surprises others. To be honest, in the group stage, it was a few games that you would have seen a team dominate the other one, and it's the opposite way happening. So honestly, it's everyone's cup, and every team has some quality. Every team can hurt the opponent. So honestly, I believe that now into the quarterfinals starting tonight for a few, two fixtures. It's gonna be interesting. We're gonna watch that. Honestly, it's good to look at this. What's going on the other side of the bracket, and the Mexico Honduras game as well. But every team can beat anyone. That's for sure.
Derek Van Dice, please go ahead.
Hey Max, I just want to ask you, you lost a couple of key guys in Tejan and Kyle not being able to continue in the tournament, and you've had kind of a week to kind of digest that and prepare. I guess what's this week been like preparing for this game? Usually in tournaments you have 3 or 4 days before you play your next game. Does it kind of throw your rhythm off a little bit, or how you guys been handling it?
No, not at all. Preparation's been great. Yes, we did lost some guys, lose some guys since the beginning of the camp, pre-tournament and all, but it's the reality of it. That's where the depth is tested, and then we got quality guys that knows each other, knows the system, And so the fact that we're losing Guy, it's an opportunity for others to fill in and to help the team winning. So to be honest, it's a reality that every team and us we've been dealing with, but the preparation has been great ever since we started training.
Francisco Villalobos, please go ahead.
Hey, Max, how you doing? Welcome to Arlington. Probably, like the coach said it better than anybody, this is the final, basically the most important match for many of you guys in your careers. And in your opinion, how would you define the Costa Rican national team, and what are the keys for Canada's victory in order to defeat the Costa Rican national team?
Yeah, Costa Rica is an experienced team that knows each other and played each other for a long time. You know, they're experienced, a little bit older squad as well. But for us, honestly, we need to do our job, to make our game plan on the field for 90 minutes. You know, be on top of them and be deadly in the occasion that we will have. And defensively, be tight, be solid. You know, you cannot win football matches and tournament if you don't do these things. So. To be honest, Costa Rica is a quality side with a lot of experience, and we're young. We're exciting to have a new generation of players with few veterans, like I mentioned in previous interviews this week. You know, we're young, we're exciting, and we know exactly that what we need to prove to on a Concacaf level with the Gold Cup and with the World Cup qualifying coming up at the end of the year as well. So. It's going to be exciting, and we're all looking forward to tomorrow. You know, it's you lose, you go home, and you win. You're basically 2 wins away from the trophy. So it's exciting. Everyone is looking forward to it.
Sergio Venegas, please go ahead.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon for you. This is Sergio Venegas from Mexico City for Deportes.com. Could you tell us the mood of you and the team for the next game? Because like you say, win, continue, lose, you go back to home. And how do you expect the game of the national team of Costa Rica? And good luck for tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, it's exciting. The mood in the team is great. You know, we've been working hard this week, and the mood was light yesterday, today. You know, every guy's happy, big smile, and we're looking forward to it. You know, it's been a long time since the country haven't been in the semis, so we really want to put that and unify the country. And make a statement. All right, Canada is pushing to close the gap to the top nations in Concacaf. We're right there. We have the quality for it. And so tomorrow again, Costa Rica. Once again, yeah, there's that pressure of winning. That is for sure. You know, the one small slips and you can be out, and on the opposite side, one small details and you're up 1-0 and you win the game. So. I think that's what it is. Like these kind of games in tournaments that we're looking forward to it. When you were a child, it was like, hey, I want to do that in the future, and here we are now. So honestly, it's exciting, and we're confident that everyone knows his role. We're confident that we can do the job. Now we need to put it out there for 90 minutes plus tomorrow.
Okay, thank you, Maxime, very much for your time, and best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
To all media, please reminder that these links will be available at the Concacaf Media Center briefly. Again, thank you very much. Best of luck.